One of the things that we always try to encourage our clients to do is to launch a waitlist before they write their book. Even before you put pen to paper for the first time, create a waitlist, and here's exactly why. So there are 3 huge benefits when it comes to building a waitlist before your book comes out. So the first benefit is that you've got a large group of people who are on your database who have opted in to receive information about your book prior to its release. And that's really good because when your book actually does come out, you'll be able to notify everyone at the same time, which means you've got a much better chance of hitting high up on those charts so that you can get more people to buy in a short space of time immediately after your book has been released. Another massive benefit of using a waitlist prior to you launching your book is that you get to ask people specific questions as part of that onboarding. So as part of registering to be on the waitlist, you can ask specific questions that are going to give you insight into your audience. So for instance, what are the biggest problems that you're facing right now? What are you excited about? Like, what are your goals? You can ask 3 or 4 specific questions that give you insights into the pain points or opportunities that you could potentially include within your book. So simply by asking these questions, you can get some insights that could change the direction of your book, or maybe you add an extra chapter here and there based on how people have answered those questions. So don't waste the opportunity. If they're already registering to be on the waitlist, then you may as well ask them 2 or 3 extra questions, maybe a little survey at the end that says, I want you to be a part of this book. Answer some questions, let me know your thoughts, and I'll create the rest of the book based on that feedback. Really, really important. Another huge benefit is validation. You get to share concepts from your book with your audience when they're on a waitlist. You can share things like book covers. You can share snippets. You can even share chapters of your book in order to gauge the kind of content that's resonating with your audience. Things like the title of the book cover. You've got chapters, topics, everything that you want to test, that you want to get feedback on. You can actually share this with your audience after they've opted in and get some feedback from them as well. Make them feel like they're part of the journey. So how can you actually launch a waitlist for your book? So the most important thing is that you have a mechanism where people can let you know how to sign up for your waitlist. So you're always going to have a landing page, and this means that people can go to a very specific page and you can share it on social media, on LinkedIn or on your email list to tell people that you are writing a book. It might be 6 months, it might be 12 months away, but this is your way to communicate that you have a new book coming out. So you could theoretically show people a copy of the book if you have an idea of what it's going to look like. You could maybe test a few working titles. You could talk about the main benefits of registering to be on a waitlist for your book, and you could include a big call to action button that tells people that they can opt in now. Now, the important thing to remember is when someone signs up to a waitlist for a book, they're not really going to hear about, the book every week, every month for a considerable amount of time. So you really want to make sure that you sell the importance of this book as much as possible so that people understand the value that it's going to have. Get them excited. Don't let them forget that this book with a bland landing page, that can happen. If you just have, I'm writing a book, register here and I'll send you information on it over the next 12 months, it's not very exciting. So take people on a little bit of a journey on the kind of concepts that are going to be in the book. Maybe include some nice icons, maybe include an image of yourself with some copy that says, this is me, this is my journey. Here's what we want you to know about this book and what kind of topics are going to be included. Really, really simple. You could even include some testimonials on this landing page that talk about how you've helped people in the past. And more than anything, you want multiple places on this page for people to opt in and to start getting excited. Now, what you could also do on this page, and this is a super effective strategy when it comes to getting people to opt in for any landing page, and that is a bonus. So for instance, if you say, join the waitlist for my book, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, maybe it's a little bit of a line of text there. So I'm going to give you the first chapter for free if you register. That's a bonus. You could also say, get a 10-minute video of how I do this thing as a free bonus for registering to be on the waitlist. That added bonus sometimes has the power to increase your conversion rate by a massive amount. So it's really important that you lay the foundations. If people are looking forward to your book and you know it's going to be a high quality book, then it makes sense for you to have a high quality landing page that you walk through the key benefits of registering for the waitlist. The next thing that you want to do is you want to send people to a questionnaire that allows people to tell you a little bit more about them. So the important thing with a book waitlist or any landing page is that you're creating content based on what people want. So when someone registers for your book, they understand that they're not going to get their book right away. It's going to be a few months. So why not get them to answer a series of questions that talk about some of the obstacles that they face in their business? What is it that they need? What is it that they're excited about? You can ask 3 or 4 questions that allow people to give you some insights. These insights can play a significant role in the content within the book. So we have a client, a good friend of ours called Rich Litvin. He launched a book waitlist that allowed him to get a 64% conversion rate, which was fantastic. People were excited. He's got a lot of followers. He puts out some great content. But what we wanted to do was to get some extra insights from his audience in order to help him create a really powerful book that has long-lasting impact on his audience. So he spent a few days creating some very specific questions that he wanted answers to that then help dictate the kind of content that was included within this book. Now, it might just be yes or no questions. It might be A versus B. It might be a text box that someone can say, what's the biggest problem? Feel free to write. And you can actually use the words that your audience give you within the book. I mean, how powerful is that? Getting people excited about a new book that's coming out, using a waitlist, using questions, getting your audience involved is a super powerful way to have these massive advocates for when the book comes out. You know, these are people that you could send multiple copies to, they could share them, you could do some sort of affiliate program. You know, there's an awful lot of activity that can happen before your book comes out using this kind of system. So a really powerful, valuable landing page, a simple set of questions that allow people to get involved. And then in terms of what they see next, this is essentially a results page or confirmation page that helps them understand that they are registered and that they have ways that they can consume content from you before the book comes out. So this is a thank you page, and this is where we really just want to highlight these are the ways that you can consume content before the book comes out. This is the kind of thing I want you to do next. Here is the bonus. So if you did include a bonus that's immediately available, maybe that is a 10-minute video that you want to give them for registering, fantastic. Maybe it's a checklist, maybe it's something that they can consume before the book comes out. These 3 fundamental steps will massively increase the connection that your audience have with your book, even if the book's not coming out for another 12 months. So really try to take these people on a journey with you throughout this registering process and make sure that you're, again, getting people to connect with you on social media, making sure that you use this results page. Depending on how you build this results page, you can actually deliver specific content based on how they've answered the questions. So if you said, what's your biggest problem right now? Is it A versus B? And they select B, on the results page, you can actually say, this is the problem that you said you were having. So here are some relevant articles. Here are some relevant videos that you can check out based on B or based on the problem that they're having. Super powerful. Now, the final step is to communicate with these people on a regular basis. Every week, if possible, you want to be sending them emails. You want to be sending them confirmations that they should be as excited as you about the book coming out. Now, you're not always going to refer to the book. You're going to want to deliver as much value as possible in order to warm these people up for that day that you release your book. And the more helpful content that you can share with them, the more that you're going to have these advocates, these raving fans that have been consuming your content, that have been hoping that this book is going to come out as quickly as possible so that they can read it and consume it and share it with the world. So the more value you give before the book comes out, the more powerful that connection is going to be. And then when the book does come out, you really want to get an awful lot of excitement. So you want a few emails going out leading up to the book launch. You want to make sure that they know when it's coming out, the time, the date, and also within this time frame, you can actually be asking people feedback. You can be saying to them, which book cover do you prefer? What subheading do you like? You know, get them involved with the book so that when it does come to fruition and you actually launch your book, you have all of these amazing connections and all of these people that feel like they've been supporting you every step of the way. So that's how I recommend that you launch your waitlist for your book. We have all of our clients go through this process at scoreapp.com. There's tons of templates you can use. There's book waitlist templates. You really just want a really nice, highly valuable, attractive landing page and a mini funnel here so that you can warm people up in anticipation of your incredible book when it's due to come out. If you want to be a best-selling author, do this before you even start writing the book. So let me know. Are you wanting to write a book this year? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below to tell me what your book would be about. And if you found this video useful, click like and subscribe and I'll notify you the next time that we release a video.